Hey there, my little friends. How are you today? Welcome to a brand new episode of Tell Me a Story.
I'm Neville, and this is my wife, Carol.
And we are here still on the story of Jacob's sons, especially the story of Joseph, which is from the book of the Genesis from the Old Testament. Before we take you further on this story, let us sign ourselves with the sign of the cross.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So today, I will take you further ahead as to what happens with this young boy, Joseph. Joseph, if you remember, was Jacob's son from his beloved wife, Rachel. Jacob treated Joseph as his firstborn, even though Jacob had many older sons before Joseph. Now, Neville, do you like to dream?
Yeah, they're good dreams, yes.
Yeah, and we don't have control over our dreams that happen in the night. But do you do daydreaming as well?
Yeah, many times, especially early morning.
Yeah. So, especially the dreams that we have during the day are something that we desire and we want and we try to imagine those things.
Yeah.
But the dreams that come in the night are something that we don't have control over. The Holy Bible is full of people who dreamt. These were called visions. God met many of them in their dreams. If you recollect a few episodes earlier, I told you about how Jacob had a dream, a heavenly dream with that ladder and angels of God going up and down. So these were the ways in which God communicated, one of the ways in fact, in which God communicated with His chosen people. Today's story is about our dreamer boy, Joseph. At the age of 17, when his brothers still hated him and the situation in their house was quite tense, Joseph had a wonderful dream one night. He got up early next morning and rushed to tell his brothers about this dream. He said to them, Listen, I had this dream last night. We were all in the field binding our sheaves of grain, when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while all your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it. Now you can imagine what the brothers must have felt. They hated him even more. They asked him, What do you intend to do, Joseph? Do you intend to become the king and reign over all of us that we have to bow down to you? Will you actually rule us? They mocked at him, made fun of him, and it was almost like Joseph dug his own grave. They hated him even more, especially because of this dream that he had. Then another night, he had another dream. And he got up and told his brothers about this dream. He also went to his father to tell this dream. Now, in this dream, he visioned the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down before him. Now remember the number, the sun, the moon, and specifically 11 stars were bowing down before Joseph. When Joseph told about this dream to Jacob, Jacob immediately rebuked him and said, What kind of dreams are you having? Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you? 11 brothers, remember? His brothers grew all the more jealous of him. While Jacob rebuked him, he kept this matter in his mind and thought over it. Because Jacob knew that God has some plan in his life with all the visions he had earlier. And Jacob was the one who had received dreams in his life earlier. So he didn't just disregard this, he kept it in his heart. So, to my viewers at home, and especially since you can answer on their behalf, can you think of another dreamer boy who shares the same name as our young Joseph here anywhere else in the Bible?
Saint Joseph?
Yes, Saint Joseph. And can you enlighten us on the dreams that Saint Joseph had?
Well, Saint Joseph had two dreams. One, the angel Gabriel came to him
Yes.
and told him to take Mary as his wife.
Yes.
The second dream he had was when he had to flee from Bethlehem because King Herod was after them.
Yes, and he wanted to kill the young Messiah.
Young Messiah.
Yes, very good. So Saint Joseph, as a fact for you kids, is also the patron saint of dreamers. So if any of you youngsters out there are struggling with nightmares, you can definitely pray to Saint Joseph for a happy sleep. In fact, Pope Francis has got a image, a statue of sleeping Saint Joseph on his desk all the time. And before going to bed every night, if he is struggling with some issue, with some decision making, he writes it on a piece of paper and keeps it under Saint Joseph's statue and says, Saint Joseph, dream over it so that next morning I can get a solution for it. Isn't it an interesting fact?
Very interesting.
Maybe we can also try that. If any of you are struggling with nightmares or with difficult decision making, pray to Saint Joseph tonight before you go to bed. That's it from us. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Goodbye.